Welcome to the Sustainable CT Actions and Impact Review for the Groundhog's favorite month of February 2025. Brought to you in part by the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut. That's right, the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut brings people together to work towards a healthy, thriving, and sustainable Eastern Connecticut, and we are oh so glad they do. Visit them at cfect.org. We're pleased to announce the appointment of 3 new members of our board of directors. Cecilia Drayton, Director of Sustainability for the City of Hartford. Steve Stefanow. Steve's day job is being the town manager of the town of Manchester. And Ashley Stewart-Brown. Ashley is the manager for community engagement at the Connecticut Green Bank and a longtime friend and partner of Sustainable CT. Welcome aboard the board. We especially want to thank our departing board members for their extraordinary service and support. The ebullient Brian Garcia, President and CEO of Connecticut Green Bank, Latha Swamy, Director, Food System Policy Division for the City of New Haven, and Sheila McKay, Associate Executive Director for Government Relations with the Connecticut Association of Boards of Education. Now, there's an impressive title. We have a stellar board, and there is no doubt about that. In elements this month, it's time to put Groundhog Day behind you and join Sustainable CT for the toasty warmth of our February coffee hour. We'll be talking all about the roles of municipal sustainability staff in Connecticut. Cecilia Drayton, yes, Director of Sustainability for the City of Hartford and brand new Sustainable CT Board of Directors member, will be on hand along with Megan Gradnato, Sustainability and Resilience Manager for the town of Groton, and Danielle Petretta, Environmental Sustainability Coordinator for the City of Stamford. They'll be speaking about their work, how their communities are tackling sustainability, and answering your questions. Heck yeah. Remember, you can join Sustainable CT for virtual, informal discussions most third Thursdays of each month. We share program updates and resources, explore your questions, and strengthen the network of Sustainable CT champions. Yes, we do. These sessions are free, and you know that free is good and open to all. For your edification, your enlightenment, and your entertainment too, it's The Impact, a Sustainable CT podcast. We've scored an interview with Senator Tony Hwang of Connecticut's 28th Senate District. The Connecticut League of Conservation Voters calls Hwang the only Republican senator who has consistently supported major climate legislation emphasizing practical, nature-based solutions that promote responsible stewardship of the lands, forests, wetlands, and waterways of the state. We find out why his reputation for common sense, bipartisanship, and good humor is so well deserved. This month's episode of The Impact will be available on February 15th at sustainablect.org and wherever you get your podcasts. That's right. And in the Community Match Fund this month, there's an SOS for trees. Old Saybrook SOS Trees, that's Save Our Shade SOS. See what they did there? It's a community group that wants to increase the number of shade-bearing trees to build and restore the tree canopy. Their goal is to raise funds to provide 150 trees to residents and business partners in Old Saybrook. A strong and healthy tree canopy cleans the air, reduces stormwater runoff, intakes carbon, cools summer air, buffers the wind, noise, increases property values, all the things. Come on, throw them some shade. You know, Sustainable CT and Actions and Impact, this very newsletter, and me speaking to you right now, it's all made possible in part by the Common Sense Fund. The Common Sense Fund promotes action both on the environment and in the arts that is practical, creative, and addresses social needs. Visit them at commonsensefund.org. Remember, Sustainable CT is independently funded. We don't have a magical unicorn rainbow money tree, no sir, but you can be a Sustainable CT sponsor. Find out how at sustainablect.org. You'll be glad you did. In conveyances this month, we'll be there at any cost. You know it. Sustainable CT attended the Council of Small Towns at COST Town Meeting 2025 last week, COST's Golden Anniversary Celebration. Our dynamic duo, Program Manager Dorothy Pissick and Sustainable Communities Fellow Summer Mitchell, networked with state and local officials and learned how the legislative session may impact the state's small towns. They heard from Governor Lamont and a bevy of the state's movers and shakers. As always, it was a fun and informative event. Fairfield celebrates gold. Fairfield achieved gold certification and climate leader designation in the fall of 2024. And they all got together to celebrate the win on January 15th. Your humble communications director, hey, that's me, was honored to be there as well. With congratulations for all, especially Mary Hogue and Bob Wall, who do so much to advance sustainability in the Fairfield community and beyond. Way to go, Fairfield. You know, as the 2025 legislative session begins, we all have a critical opportunity to push for policy changes that will help end child poverty in Connecticut. That's right. And the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, hey, we know them, needs your help to ensure lawmakers take action. Together, we can raise awareness, build momentum, and advocate for legislation that will improve the lives of children across our communities. Learn more and give them a hand. PURA and DEEP would like your opinion, please. The Connecticut Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, PURA, and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, that's DEEP to you and me, are inviting participation in a short survey. These agencies have funds available to promote innovative energy technologies and residential solar in Connecticut communities. So they want to better understand the energy challenges and needs of Connecticut's neighborhoods, towns, and cities. Your response to this survey will help them identify potential partners and locations for future pilot projects. So it's enlightened self-interest. Take the survey, yeah? The Yale Program on Climate Change Communication released a new report, Climate Change in the American Mind, Politics and Policy Fall 2024, based on their latest national survey conducted after the November 2024 presidential election. In his first week in office, President Trump signed multiple executive orders restricting the nation's actions on climate change and renewable energy. But registered voters across the political spectrum actually support many policies designed to reduce carbon pollution and fossil fuel dependence and promote clean energy. Well, the Trump administration does something nobody wants. There's news. In our chronology section, where time waits for snowman. There is still time to be awesome. Yes, we're hiring a project assistant to help with the management of our community match fund, along with a lot of other very cool stuff. If sustainability matters to you, you'll love working with us, but you gotta apply by February 10th. And don't forget that we're now accepting applications for our 2025 fellowship program. We place highly qualified college students across the state's councils of governments, COGS, to help cities and towns become registered, certified, or recertified with Sustainable CT during the summer. This is serious and fun. A great opportunity for learning, collaboration, and direct impact. You've got to apply by February 10th for this one too, so don't delay. Hey, don't miss the Hickson Center 2025 speaker series on data-driven urban forestry, the intensifying threats of climate change, including flooding and extreme heat. Does the Trump White House know about that? Are especially evident in cities, home to the majority of the globe's population. To address these challenges, there is growing investment in urban forests and tree planting as nature-based solutions to build resilience and reduce environmental inequities. Throughout this webinar series, urban forestry experts will share their use of data to effectively resolve management problems and measure the efficiency of different solutions. February dates, all 10:30 to 11:30 a.m., are February 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25. Our friends at DEEP, remember that's the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, have a bunch of cool job openings with application deadlines in February. They're looking for an environmental trainee, deadline February 5, an environmental protection maintainer 2, apply by February 13th, and emergency response and spill prevention resource assistance. Get your apps in by February 21 on that one. The second round of the Long Island Sound Resilience Planning Support Program is now available. This program provides planning support to advance climate resilience-focused projects by matching communities with the Long Island Sound coastal boundary across New York and Connecticut with qualified contractors to assist with assessing local climate risks, conceptualizing project ideas, and conducting preliminary planning efforts. This support is provided at no cost to the communities and no match is required. $1 million is available. Yowza. The deadline to apply is February 7th. The Connecticut League of Conservation Voters and the Sierra Club of Connecticut will host a virtual testimony writing workshop and training on Monday, February 10th from 7 to 8 p.m. Learn how to write and deliver impactful testimony, navigate the Connecticut General Assembly's website submission process, and practice your new skills through a guided workshop. Don't miss that. Environmental Justice for New England grants are available, a total of $48 million. Well, yeah, will be awarded to New England community-based organizations, environmental justice organizations, nonprofits, tribal governments, and other entities representing underserved, urban, rural, indigenous, remote, and capacity-constrained communities. Well, now that's a mouthful. The funds will support organizations implementing projects to address local environmental and public health challenges across the region. Applications for this funding cycle are due by 5 p.m. on February 14th. Hey, you can ask an Energy Star expert all sorts of stuff. Well, about Portfolio Manager anyway. Every other Wednesday at noon, Energy Star holds an Ask the Expert session, a live webinar that gives all Portfolio Manager users an opportunity to ask their questions directly to EPA experts in an open forum. Want to talk to a real person? Oh, what a concept. Have a question about how Portfolio Manager calculates your score? Well, of course you do. Want to learn more about entering green power? Join Energy Star and they'll answer all your questions about Portfolio Manager in this public forum February 19th, 12 to 1 p.m. Hey, you can secure your seat at the Connecticut Power and Energy Society's 2025 Legislative Preview for first-hand access to discussions about the energy priorities that will be addressed during the year's legislative session. Wednesday, February 19th, 5:30 to 9 p.m. at the UConn School of Law, Hartford. This is an in-person paid event, but it is free to students and faculty. That's nice. Join the Rockfall Foundation for a special Meet Your Greens gathering as they celebrate Kim O'Rourke's recent retirement after 30 years of dedicated service to the city of Middletown. As the longtime recycling coordinator, Kim has made a lasting impact on sustainability efforts in the community, and it's an in-person event, February 20th, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Perk on Main, 386 Main Street, Middletown. And the Connecticut Age Well Collaborative is launching a program they call Daring Dialogues. Daring Dialogues are community workshops designed to foster open and constructive communication, bringing together community members and local leaders to challenge assumptions about aging and disability and explore how our biases influence our thoughts and actions. Want to bring a daring dialogue to your community in 2025? Registration is now open. Apply by February 28th. And we have a last word or two about the Representation Matters training put on by our friends at the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities. That's CCM, you and me. With the backlash to DEI now emanating from the White House, it is more important than ever for all of us to stand up, step in, take part in defining the future of civic life in Connecticut and across the country. CCM, in partnership with the Campaign School at Yale University, is holding its 5th annual Representation Matters training, an inclusive and empowering 2-day virtual discourse that encourages racially diverse candidates to run for public office or serve on boards and commissions. This free training will take place on March 1st and March 8th, starting at 10 a.m. CCM and the Campaign School have crafted these seminars over 5 years to give attendees the tools to run for office and to hear success stories from people who have made that choice and won. Let's all stand up, step in, take part. And you can read all about it in this month's exciting edition of Actions That Impact, the official Sustainable CT newsletter. Accept no substitutes. Do yourself a favor and subscribe. And you can do that where we stand up, step in, and take part every single day at sustainableCT.org.